Hi everyone, my name is Jose Jaco. I'm a co-founder of Filmgate Miami. We also throw this big festival called the Filmgate Interactive Media Festival, where we show works of virtual reality, augmented reality from around the world, and of course our local community as well.
Thank you very much. I want to thank, first of all, Filmgate again for hosting us. It's a wonderful organization that brings a platform for the creatives to fully express their potential. I want to tell you a little bit about XR Miami. We started as a meetup group 2 years ago to bring together the 360 VR and AR community to produce content and to just have fun and learn how to produce the content. Our inspiration is to bring technology to the forefront of ecological and social development. And I'm always thankful to have platforms such as these to have legitimacy and to be able to bring art and entertainment to the masses.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick. I'm here to talk about my project called Clays, which I showed at Filmgate Interactive this past December. I work for a company called Design.io. It's a small studio based out of Petaluma, California. My official title is Minister of Interactive Art. We do a lot of large-scale interactive installations, mostly based around body movement. This is one of our largest projects. It's called Connected Worlds. It's in the New York Hall of Science, and if you're ever in Queens, you should check it out. You use physical logs to redirect virtual water into the different biomes around on the walls, and you hold out your hand and you're able to make different seeds for different flora and fauna. But I'm here to talk about the Everglades, which is what my project Glades is all about. So my project is called Glades, and it's an interactive, abstract representation of human-introduced impacts on the Everglades ecosystem, mostly focused on the blue algae and the pythons. It was shown at Filmgate Interactive, and this is the setup here. There's a screen on the left where you move your body and it introduces some blue algae, and on the right, a python wraps around your silhouette, which makes you feel slightly uncomfortable. And the two screens are connected with a projection over the two. So I'm going to show a quick unedited video. So the python wraps around pretty much anything that's standing in front of it. This is my wife. And then on the left screen, there's the blue algae. The more movement you do in front of the screen, more blue algae is introduced on the water surface. So if you're completely still, the blue algae will dissipate. And then behind, or connecting the two screens, is a projection with an Everglades scene with an anhinga. It rains occasionally. There's an alligator, and it's supposed to represent the Everglades in its more natural, unimpeded state. And then I wanted to think about the pythons. I thought face tracking, it would be great if python was wrapping around your face, or maybe coming out of your eyes, maybe coming out of your nose. Because the goal is to be rather uncomfortable, because it is invading the Everglades. I wanted to evoke that sense as well. So I started playing around with face tracking, and for some reason I also wanted to use Windows, which I quickly abandoned. And I created this
Thank you.
this test here, and it's just sort of a silly experiment of how to take some face tracking data and have a little fun with it. So I used these textures I scanned and just wiggle my face around. But while I was doing the experiments, I thought, why not integrate particles? The stuff I learned earlier, why not tie it into the face tracking? So I made this other one, which shoots particles out of your eyes. And you use the depth image to try to tell the particles where to go. It's a bit disturbing, but I learned a lot while doing it. So I'm going to show a quick video of what I'm talking about here. So I modeled this bird in Blender and animated it, and it dynamically lands in different parts of the screens, which you can see as the black rectangles, which is like some really easy projection mapping. And as I'm sliding this slider, you can see the grass is moving, so I could get it and dial it into exactly how I want it. You can make it thicker or make it a little thinner and spread it out. And there's a little alligator in there somewhere. So this made it really easy to adjust things how I wanted it to look. And there's also some dynamic rain that comes in every now and then. And you can see the noise image that's driving the grass here, and this line that the birds will fly on. So yeah, that was my project, and thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Kim Brinford. I'm a professor at the University of Miami Interactive Media Program, and one of the classes I teach is 360 video, and I think I'm going to talk a little bit about that and some of my projects over here. So in 2015, I 3D printed a rig, and I cobbled together a bunch of GoPros that we had in the equipment room, and I convinced the student to modify her script from a 2D film to a 360 film, and we produced Coyote Workshop. And it was more or less. Mostly because we still didn't know what a 360 film was supposed to be, and what worked and what didn't work. The technical difficulties were enormous, and stitching was a beast. I don't know if anyone started stitching in 2015, but it was really not pleasant. But it came together, and I think I learned more about this project than anything else, because it was really just learning through the mistakes you did. Then I experimented a lot with 360 videos, and I failed a lot. And I think with any new technology that's coming around, you learn more with the failures than with the successes. And I'm almost more proud of my failures and successes, because it's really where you see, okay, this is what I'm going to do better next time. And 360 film is almost like learning a new language. All the things we know about cinema. This was done with a cinematographer at the university and film students, and they shot it like a film. And it's at this point where I learned from Kaiosho really was, we can't shoot this stuff like we shoot film. It's not the same storytelling medium. We can't edit, we can't do close-ups, we can't have long medium shots. It's all the same thing. And it started I got really interested in this stuff of figuring out why is it so different? It's still film, we still use the same tools, but it's not. So in 2018, Liz Miller was a visiting professor at the University of Miami. She's a Canadian documentary filmmaker. And she comes up to me and she says, Kim, I need your help building a website. And I said, no, but I'll shoot a 360 film with you. And she's just fun enough to say yes. And she had some money for her documentary, and we kind of quickly, this was right at the beginning of her process at UN, and we started working, revisiting her idea for a documentary in the Everglades as a documentary in 360. And one of the things that convinced her, and I think it's still one of the driving forces, is like, a lot of people can't get to the Everglades. People with disabilities, people that have issues experiencing the Everglades, or they're just far away. 360 video allows you to experience things. And this is where I think the difference between film and 360 video lies. 360 video is a lot more experiential. It's more about feeling something, and the storytelling kind of, you can still tell stories, but it's not, I don't think it's this powerful. as television, because really, 360 videos or VR is about the now. This was Swampscapes. I co-directed it with Liz Miller and Juan Carlos Saldivar, and they're both filmmakers, and we kept on having these discussions about experience and storytelling throughout this entire process, and it was really, really interesting. Adrian helped with audio here and did down the sonics for it. So we went on an airboat ride. We followed a scientist into the swamp. So this is Mike. He counts orchids in the Everglades, and he knows where every single ghost orchid is in the Takahashi strand. And ghost orchid is one of the most rare orchids there. So we walked with gear and slogged through the swamp quite a bit. Yes, there were snakes. I didn't see any alligators, or they said they were, but I did see quite a bit of snakes. This is Larry. Larry tests water on all the canals and the water quality, and people keep on trying to shut him down, and he keeps on persevering and getting the water samples. So here's really how we kind of started exploring a little bit more with Larry and how to tell these stories. With Mike, we got them this great place, and he was telling his scientific mission to us, but people got lost. And a lot of times with Larry, we had these clearer areas, and we could, it was a lot simpler, and we could start playing with it. One of the things we did is we started shooting underwater. I had done a former project in Biscayne Bay, shooting underwater. This is the second project I did. It's still not out. It's called Armagnac. I did a workshop in the south of France last summer, and they produced Armagnac in the region, which is, it tastes a little bit like pink thinner, but eventually I realized that it was me who was drinking it wrong. The French people, they stay and they stir it for about half an hour before they take the first sip. And I realized this is something that people don't know. So I did this tour of Armagnac, and I just wanted to explore how, what it was like to give a tutorial, because I had this class on how to drink Armagnac, and I realized that most people don't know how to do that. So we went to this amazing farm where they produce Armagnac, and these are some of the barrels that they have, and they led us into some places where are completely under lock and key. Some of these barrels are from the 1920s, and they just store them. So these are the grapevines for Armagnac. So this was more of a touristy piece. But one of the funny things, his name is Alexandre, and as he was teaching us how to drink an Armagnac, so you take you pour yourself the Armagnac, and you have to swirl it for about a good half an hour to let the alcohol evaporate and warm it, and then you smell it, and then you kind of until you get it to the point you want. And one of the things that there's one moment in this film that he goes and says, "Here, smell it," and everybody with a VR goggles always does. And I thought that was a really interesting reaction that people were having. So this is a ghost, the Sphinx, and the thief. As we were filming Swampscapes, one day we decided to take 3 dancers into the swamp, to tell the story of the ghost orchid, which is an endangered species. It's pollinated by this giant moth called the Sphinx moth, and people try to steal it all the time. So these dancers, this is something we wanted to include in the documentary. And eventually we said this is not going to work for the documentary, but it was a really beautiful piece. And I brought it to Filmgate, and we wanted to make it a little bit more interactive. So I collaborated with Evan Rodriguez and Juan Carlos Saldivar on this one. And Juan Carlos Saldivar was one of the dancers. He also is an amazing choreographer. And one of the discussions we had driving down there is how dance is inaccessible. And one of the things we wanted to do with this piece is allow the audience to control the dancers and to control the dance. So this is an interactive piece where you, whereas you hit this drum representing the 4 elements, it controls the dancers and different dancers appear as you go. And I'm really hitting it strong at this point, but in each dance we do a movement. I don't know what happened to my text, but the image is here. When you put on VR, one of the things that happens is that your brain starts producing play cells. And play cells are these neurons and these pathways in your brain that remember a place. So it takes a lot of time to create these pathways. So every time you enter a new place, these play cells get created in your brain. And the reaction time for a new place every time you switch scenes in VR is a lot slower. This is why the pace of VR filmmaking has to be a lot slower. And when people put on the goggles and they go to a place where they remember, the same place cells fire than before. So your brain reacts to VR in a completely different way than what they do in film. This doesn't happen in film. Okay, here we are. I'm starting to believe that like photography, 360 film is something completely different. Before we had photography, we brought to film, then we went to 360 video, and I think 360 video is going to lead to something else. The questions I think I asked myself are what's the role of the viewer in a 360 video? How do you place that? How do you tell stories when the user has to have a role? How do we direct the 360 videos is something that I've been working a lot on. Editing 360 videos is completely different as well. But the most important is really the interactions, and what interactions can we afford. And I think this is really the shortcoming of 360 videos, and now we have all these new 360 cameras coming out, but they don't afford any interactions. And I do believe that people, when they have a system like a VR headset, they need to have interactions. They have to kind of interact with the story. And this is what's really missing from 360 video, and this is where I think things are going in probably my next project will work on. So, thank you.